All right, here it is. This is my new guitar, PRS SE Standard 2408, equipped with the Evertune Bridge. Let's get into it. So in this video, I'm going to explain all about this PRS guitar, give an honest review of it, talk about some of the reasons why I got it, some unexpected things, some things I knew were going to happen. But before we start, let's address the elephant in the room here. This guitar is not new. It's about 6 months old, and I really wanted to take the time to get to know this guitar, to play with it for a while, track with it, and see how it feels before actually sitting down and talking about it. But at this point, 6 months later, the dust has settled, all of the secrets are out, it's all on the table. There's no hiding anything at this point. So the first reason I got this guitar was number one, Everton Bridge. I was so curious about guitars with Evertune bridges, watching videos of them online, and seeing people play them, even seeing those videos of people like throwing their guitars around or shaking the strings and them still being in tune. That was crazy to me. Having the right tool for the job is very, very important. Unfortunately, my two other guitars, they're really old, they're not holding up too well, and especially in the tuning, it's just, it's not doing what I need to. So I was curious about Evertune and I needed to get my hands on one. Don't get me wrong, I do think that you should focus mainly on your playing, getting better at your craft. But if you don't have an instrument that stays in tune, it's tough. This solved all those problems for me. The next big reason I got this guitar was aesthetics. There was something about this tobacco sunburst finish that really stood out to me. I think it has a really distinct vintage look, and I also love the cream colored pick guards matched with the toggle switch. The binding here and the back of the guitar also looks awesome. It's a little bit darker than the front. The finish is dark red-ish, brownish, but I think it also looks great. Another reason why I got this guitar was that I really wanted to try something new. I've basically played Ibanez guitars my whole entire career, and the two guitars that I have now are both Ibanez as well. I love Ibanez guitars. I always have and I always will. But for this one, I was just curious about trying a PRS. They're known for being very versatile, so that was something I wanted to try out. The way that these pickups sound, I was a bit worried, like, oh, I'm not sure how this is going to be. Are these going to be usable? Should I switch them out for something else? But when this arrived, when I plugged it in, I was super happy with the way that these sound. Absolutely incredible. That's my first thought. It's perfectly in tune. Like, I don't understand. It looks incredible. It feels incredible. Yeah, all the switches, all the knobs and dials are perfect. I haven't plugged it in yet. The pickups are quite low, especially on the neck pickup. Palm muting feels a bit different too. It's like a dream come true. I'm like a kid in a candy store. Fucking sick. So something that I was expecting from this guitar, number one, tuning stability. Like I said before, this guitar came out of the box perfectly in tune and has stayed like that the whole time. But getting an Evertune Bridge, there was a couple things I read online. Here and there, some comments will say that since you're taking more wood out of the guitar, you are affecting the tone of the instrument. I'll take a sacrifice in tone, but one thing that I wasn't expecting was that the sustain of the instrument in general was totally different. So since these strings are locked in place with this tension system with springs, the tension between the headstock and the bridge is set. So when you play a note or play a chord, it doesn't ring out in the same way. The sustain and the decay is quite short on this. The notes don't last for very long, and it was something that I wasn't expecting with it. So what do I think about this guitar? It's incredible. It fits all my needs. It checks all the boxes. If you're thinking about getting a PRS guitar, if you're thinking about getting a guitar with an Evertune bridge, go for it, 100%. That was my honest review of this PRS SE Standard 2408 guitar. If you enjoyed it, please like the video and also sub to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.